Welcome back to another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Man, NBA playoffs full effect, man.
Yeah, man. Now we're down to the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Get all the kind of maybe they can maybe they can make a run. Get all the teams out of there. Now
Yes,
we with the big
please.
boys. It's the
Yes,
big boys now. You know.
yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah, that's the Lakers ain't have a shot, man. It was a hope and a prayer that they
well,
could win
yeah,
one game.
especially if Luca wasn't playing.
Right,
'Cause- But
right,
like I told you, like offensively, they just weren't going to put up enough points to keep up with OKC.
right,
Without,
right. You're
what?
working with the number one or two best defense in the league.
Right,
You know, you're gonna score a lot of points. I don't care if you got Luca. You won't go score a lot of points on them.
right,
Nobody really
right,
does. It's very rare teams that score a lot of points on them. I mean,
right. And OKC swept them during the season
yeah,
with with Luca.
yep,
So
yep,
yeah, it was going to
smashed
be
them.
tough. Mm-hmm.
I think during the season they beat about an average of 18 points.
Mm-hmm. I think it was one game where it was close. One game in LA. But other
Yep,
than that,
just
it's
like the
been
series.
blowouts. Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like the series. One game close. The rest of
Yep.
them 18, 20 point losses.
Yep. But yeah, so I mean, now what happens? The Lakers have been swept. Does LeBron stay with the Lakers? Does he move on? Does he retire? What happens to Brownie?
I don't think he stays there. I mean, because you remember even before this season, they was all talking about him being traded or something, or him moving on to another team because him and the owner were getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I don't think he's going to stay there. I mean, I done heard old Laker veterans say he should move on. Time him to move on. You know, the fans are saying he should time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you showed you still serviceable at 40. You know, at 41. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? I'm tired of all the let's cater around what Braun want. I'm getting just, me as a Laker fan, I'm tired of it. Okay? Yeah, I hate it when he brought Westbrook in. I ain't think he should have brought Westbrook in. You know what I'm saying? But that's his man. He bring him in. And you notice how all the players that leave the Lakers after they play with him, they all end up hating him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well, I
mean,
think,
Anthony Davis flipped him the bird during the game.
but but I think the dynamics have changed. Like Jenny Buss and the Buss family are no longer running the Lakers. So all the power
Mm,
that he had before, where he
yeah.
can dictate who stays and who comes, and he can
Hmm.
dictate that the Lakers draft his son in the second round, and all that stuff is gone. He doesn't have
Hmm.
that control anymore. So I truly believe that he is done with the Lakers, and he is going to try to play another year or two because I think he's trying to get the other son into the league. And I
Right.
think I think
Mhm.
the landing spot for him, as crazy as it sounds, I think he'll be
Knicks.
going to no, he's gonna be going to Golden State. He'll be playing with the Warriors because he's chasing another championship, and the Warriors are
I don't
chasing another
think so, man.
championship.
I,
Why
I don't
not?
think so. He gonna go to a big market because that's what kind of narcissist he is. He gonna go to a big market. It gotta be a big market where he gonna get a lot of club, a lot of pub, and all his other endeavors are gonna be available to him. You know, that's one of the main reasons why he in LA right now. You ever notice how the biggest star always goes to LA
Yeah,
every
but he's
time?
done. He's done in LA. He's been in LA.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
done
either
in
he's gonna
LA,
go
but there are other big
either he's gonna
markets.
go to Golden State or he's gonna go to Cleveland. He's gonna go back to Cleveland. If anything, he'll go back to
Yeah.
Cleveland in his career where it started.
Right. Now I can see that. I can see something with that. Go back to
I
Cleveland.
don't see him going
But
to the Knicks or any big market because he doesn't add any value to those teams. Those teams like the Knicks are trying to win a championship. They don't want somebody coming and taking away from Brunson and taking away from their championship aspirations. I think he's going to take away from the championship aspirations if he shows up. He has to go to a
well,
team
that's what's gonna happen
that
in
is
Cleveland
that's
too.
not good.
That's the
That
same
would
thing
happen
gonna
in
happen in
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah. The only reason I see him going to Cleveland is just it'd be a fair wear tour.
Yeah, if he would be willing to do one of those sign or retire type of deals,
Right.
but to sit there and play because You ain't see that last one where he was coming back to Cleveland playing with the Lakers, and they was on the
Hmm.
sideline, and the dude was like, "Yeah, this is Donovan's team now. This is Donovan's
Yeah,
team now."
it is.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that dynamic is going to come back and be smooth.
I don't think it's going to work. I mean, unless Cleveland loses to the Pistons in this second round, and things just kind of fall apart for them, and they start thinking
Right,
differently about their future. But if Cleveland goes to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose there, I don't see them getting LeBron because I mean he's not going to be there to help them get to a championship. I don't think he can help anymore.
right,
He
right.
he
I
he
mean,
sucks up
if
all
he
the
goes,
oxygen
he's not going to go to a small market place unless it's Cleveland. Cleveland is the
unless
only
it's
small
Cleveland.
market place he'll go to.
Hmm.
He'll go back to Miami. He'll go to what's another one? Texas, somewhere in Texas. That's kind of big. Mine ain't really big market, but it's kind of big market. But it got to be L.A., New York, Miami.
San
Texas, one of
Francisco
the
is a
big
big market.
markets. San Francisco is a big. San
Yeah,
Francisco in general is not that big of a market. No, it's not that big of a market. Not
San
TV
Francisco
wise.
is a big city.
It's a big city. It's not a big market though. Not a big TV market.
Uh,
People don't
I
really
would
go to
argue
San
against
Francisco.
that.
Yeah, people don't go to San Francisco for TV deals and movie deals and just stuff outside of the sports.
They go to San Francisco for Silicon Valley.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot of tech companies in San Francisco. There's a
Yes,
lot
that's
of
what
tech
big
companies
money.
in
Yes,
San Francisco.
that's why the Warriors got such a beautiful stadium now.
Yeah, everything's mad expensive in San Francisco.
Yes,
The
it
average
is.
rent in San Francisco, the average rent in San Francisco is $4,000. That's the average rent.
I can believe it. I can
Yeah,
believe it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Then when I
I'm.
went to San Francisco, when I took my daughter to go work at Google, she um like you can go to the chains, like the chain. You know how you go to a chain, you know how much stuff costs because you've been there several times. You get the same thing over and over, so you kind of know how much stuff. Man, stuff is like $2-3 more there.
Hmm. Got to pay more
You
for the
know,
workers.
I guess so. I guess so. But everywhere was like that. Like you go to your Jamba Juice, you go to TGI Friday. Everything was just a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
damn. Okay. All right, San Francisco. All right, Irvine.
yeah. Well, look, I mean, we'll see what happens. The only reason I say San Francisco to the Warriors is because Steve Kerr is re up. I thought he was going to be leaving the Warriors. He re up. Steph is still there. Draymond is there. Draymond loves LeBron. They already got Jimmy Butler. So I think they're trying to put together a old head dream team, and I
I
don't think
mean,
it's going to work.
didn't Draymond love KD before he came in?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think he
Didn't
loved
they say
KD
he was
like he
I
defends
thought they said
LeBron.
I thought they said he was responsible for KD coming in.
I think he
Or
was, but I don't think he was in love with KD. I think he looked
mhm,
at it from the standpoint of, we can help you win a championship. And when
mhm,
got that, KD was talking like he was the only reason they were winning. He like, man, we won before you, and we'll win without you. And when he told him that, that was
mhm.
the end of KD there.
Right.
And sad part about it, KD hasn't done much of anything since he left the Warriors.
No, no, not really.
So yeah. So,
Not
but yeah,
really.
look, we got the Spurs are one game from closing out the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have given a good fight, but this last game, man, they got destroyed. They got destroyed by like 30 points. I think it was 29 points by the
Yeah.
Spurs. I mean, but there ain't much you can do with a 7-4 Wimby out there.
I mean, a
Yeah,
fresh 7-4 Wimby. I mean, he didn't even
yeah,
play. We barely didn't play last game, so he came in this game fresh,
fresh.
and it showed. It showed.
Yeah, but
It really did.
the fight that the Timberwolves have been given, that's is honorable. They've been putting up a good fight, but I mean, come on, there ain't much they can do.
Yeah.
I get it. You got Rudy Gobert, but I mean, he ain't doing much of anything. Rudy Gobert is
Mm.
not doing much. So
You go to Rudy Gobert for the defense. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's gonna do. He gonna help you out on defense. Um, but it's like you said, there's only so much you're gonna do with Wimby.
Well, Wimby,
Wimby,
exactly.
you got to deal with Wimby in the paint. That's the only time you really can deal with Wimby is in the paint. We can put a body on him. But when Wimby take him out to the edge, it ain't the same.
And he's saying he's using him up.
Yep. Yep.
So, so yeah, I mean, playoffs have been great. The Knicks are now in the conference final. They swept. Damn it, who did they sweep? They just swept them. The 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
Annihilated the 76ers. So the Knicks are looking really good. It would be nice to see the Knicks in the finals because I think New York they need this. They've been rooting for their Knicks for since Patrick Ewing took them to the finals years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see them get to the finals so they can shut the Knicks fans up because the NBA is always good when the Knicks are winning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this would be good, and it'll show how bad the Dallas Mavericks mismanaged their team because Brunson was their point guard with Luca, and both of them are now gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, shoot. And I mean, the Knicks was in the conference championship last year, and the team to beat them is no longer there. So
right, the Pacers and the Pacers they took them to Game 7. They had to take them to
yeah.
Game 7 to beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great finals, great
Yeah.
Eastern Conference final.
Remember they were what was the Pacers like a 7 seed?
I forget it was something like a 7 or 6 seed or something. It had to be
Yeah.
higher, but they met up with the Knicks in the Eastern Conference finals. But
Mm-hmm.
look, one thing I wanted to talk about. One thing I want to talk about with the NBA is that the commissioner Adam Silver confirmed that the NBA has landed on a proposal to present to the league board of governors later this month to revamp the draft lottery. So basically, they're going to come up with a 3-2-1 proposal or system that basically says that the three worst teams will have lower percentage odds of winning the lottery than the teams that are fourth, they end fourth through 10. So
Mm.
my thoughts on this is another stupid plan to stop tanking. It ain't gonna work. That's just
Yeah,
my
because
whole
they're just
thought.
gonna tank for a different position. They're just gonna tank for a different position at that
They're
point.
gonna tank for a
Wherever the
different
most
position.
yeah, wherever the most balls at, they get a chance at. That's what they're gonna tank for.
Exactly.
You know, just watch them, and if you see them obviously tanking, just penalize them, just like you did this year.
Yeah. Now
Just do
that
it.
will still be in place. That will be still in place. But
Yeah,
what difference does it make? Now the 10th seed will be tanking to get to the 11th seed so they can get draft odds, the good
right,
draft odds. So why would I want to play in the play-in game so I can play the number one seed?
right.
You know,
Yep.
I want to lose so I can play be the 11th, 12th seed so I have good odds to get like the Wizards to get the top pick. Like to me, the lottery is
Exactly.
working. The lottery worked.
Yep.
The Wizards got the number one pick, not the Jazz, and the Jazz had the worst record. Just fine them.
Yeah.
If they're doing
Right.
some blatantly obvious tanking, fine them. Now,
I mean, though, but to the other side of that, though, the Wizards have had like top picks in like the last 5 years, and they've been a bad team. So, but they had two number two picks and a number one pick in the last 5 years.
no, not the number one pick. They had a number one pick in 15, 16 years since
This year,
John
this,
Wall.
I'm saying this year. I'm concluding this year. I'm including this year coming up.
Yeah, this year, this is the first. Yeah, they're gonna have number one, but I don't think they had number two. They had like number three or something like that. Come on, you know how the NBA is. I mean, the number one
Yep.
pick is always a surefire superstar. The rest is a crapshoot.
Alex Sarr was the number two pick overall
Okay,
2 years
but
ago.
I'm just saying. But is Alex Saw who was the number one overall pick that year?
That year, oof, that's a
Exactly.
good question. I can't remember. I can't remember who the number one pick was. Um, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, who was it? Well, Wimby was the number one pick the year before that.
So
Uh,
maybe it was Wimby.
no, it wasn't Wimby. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? You might be right.
It was
Wait a
Wimby.
minute. This Wimby second year in the league,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was Wimpy. Yep.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yeah, I remember two French
So
players,
so
number one and two.
so you had the chance to get Sorge or Wimby. Do you see the big gap between the number one overall pick and the number two pick? It's not like the NFL where the top 10, the gap between them, you can just get a player based on need and they can make a difference. Whereas the NBA, that number one guy is like the best player, franchise changing players. Normally, that number one player is the franchise changing player. You might get lucky and find Jordan at number two or number three. You know what I mean? Might get lucky.
Hmm.
But the majority of the time, the number one overall pick usually pans out in the NBA.
I mean, there's been some busts at number one too. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
Some.
wasn't Aiden the number one guy? Wasn't Aiden the number one guy
Yeah,
at one
he
point?
was. He was. He was.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It'd be some number one bust too. It
There'd
definitely be
be
some
some number
number
one
one bust.
buzz. But let's
But
be honest. Some of the greats in the NBA were number one overall picks. Shaq, number one overall
yeah,
pick. Magic Johnson, Larry
yeah,
Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, number one overall
yep.
picks. Wimby,
Allen
Tim
Iverson,
Duncan,
yeah, keep going.
Allen Iverson.
Hmm.
It's usually the number one overall pick. Yeah, you might get lucky. You might get a Dwayne Wade.
Then
LeBron James number one overall pick.
you
You
can get a Jokic later. You
yeah,
know.
you can get a what's the guy's name that played for the Spurs that came off the bench for many years? Ginobili. Get a Ginobili in the second round. You're a young
Mm,
player that you can develop. But the majority of the
yep.
time, it's the number one overall pick. And so, when teams are tanking to get the number one overall pick to best their odds, but they don't win because it's a lottery, I think the lottery is working. That was the point of it. Now, if the Jazz want to tank,
Hmm.
they're going to tank anyway. Can't stop it.
Yeah.
Find them.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to stop it either. It's going to be like 500,000. Fine, we'll play it.
Yeah.
So,
Just find them. Like you said, I mean, don't try to make no kind of formula. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because it's just not gonna work. As long as you make in one position get more ping pong balls than the other position, they're gonna tank for that position, whatever that calls for. Maybe they think they're saying that the worst team's gonna try to win, which they're already bad team. That they're gonna try to win so they can get into one of the upper positions. I mean, I guess so. I guess that's what they try to say. The
So,
worst three teams, which we don't care about anyway. They're gonna lose anyway. That's why they down there. Like they can all of a sudden start winning.
yeah. So the Utah Jazz, wait a minute, we're the third seed. Well, we need to be the fourth seed, but we played OKC. So
Mm-hmm.
let's win this game. I don't think it works that way. I don't care. You wasn't gonna win that game against OKC anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just
Right.
like they're
Mm-hmm.
already a bad team, and you're trying to incentivize them to play hard, but they're already
Right.
bad. They're just a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
don't get it. I just
Oh,
wish the
but
NBA
2 years
stops.
ago, 2 years ago, it was Atlanta that had the number one pick. That dude Riceger, right? Riceger.
Uh,
That dude Riceger with Atlanta. Play with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean the
he
Atlanta
put
Hawks.
Reichiger. I don't know who that is. I don't. And obviously he ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, he was the number one overall. So last two's been Cooper. Last five been Cooper Flag,
Yep.
Riceger, Zachary Riceger, then Wimby, then Paolo Banchero, then Cade Cunningham.
Oh, I forgot Capcello. Yeah. That's
Banchero.
the
Yep.
from Duke. Yeah,
Yeah, he came with
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, he's nice. He's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, look at it. I mean, all of those, even Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, right? That's the last. That's
Mm-hmm.
the last five, last six. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they all been great except for the Hawks pick. Even
Yeah.
Cooper Flag, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. Then in the
Yep.
2010s, you had Zion, uh, Aiden, oh, or Markel Falk. He was terrible. Ben
Oh,
Simmons,
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, bust.
Yeah, bust.
But that's
But
the
and
other
it was
side
all
of it.
That was the 76ers picks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's
That's
the
the
other
other
side
side.
of it. You get tank for it, get DeAndre Ayton
Yeah. You could. You could.
or Ben
You can get
Simmons.
Ben Simmons. But you could get lucky and get Carl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, John Wall, Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose. You know what I mean?
Oh, Carl Anthony Towns was number one overall.
Carl Anthony Towns was #1 overall pick for the
Huh.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Remember, he was with Kentucky.
Mm, I didn't know they picked him up number one overall though.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he was #1 overall. You can get a Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Yao Ming, or you can get a Kwame
Mm,
Brown.
mm.
Yeah, so
Bobby Brown. Kwame
Kwame Brown.
Brown.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's. I still think the #1 overall pick, your odds of getting a superstar, game changing player is still high if you
I
do
mean,
that.
yeah, that's because you got your pick of all the players in the world. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes,
But it's also kind of a crapshoot that if you're in that top five area, who you gonna get and what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
right.
There's no really saying. There's no really saying that those players are gonna absolutely pan out to be something or be anything.
But your chances are high.
Your chances are high. You get to pick anybody in the world, so it should be. You
Hmm.
know, you get the choice of anybody in the world, like
Right,
over the whole planet,
right,
not just in college. You know, so yeah, it should be. It
right.
should be.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. I'm sure they're going to accept this stupid rule and put it in place, and they'll go right along with the playing game, the lottery, this, is it going to stop
Hmm.
tanking? No, it
Right.
ain't going to stop tanking. I just wish
You
they would
know,
just
it's gonna
let
tank
them
different.
tank.
Yeah, it's just gonna tank different. That's all.
It's going to tank different. It's going to tank from 4 to 10. That's it.
Right.
You know, now we're forcing the really really bad teams to compete against the other bad teams. Okay, I'm not watching them anyway. You
Right.
know,
But it ain't like they're gonna be playing each other. They're gonna be playing some good teams in there too that
it,
they can't.
they can't be. The superstar is going to want to leave. Like you're not stopping the superstar from wanting to leave.
Yep.
No, why would I want to stay here and continue to lose and to take my put miles on my knees and my back for a
Yep.
team that's not going anywhere. It makes no sense. This is why I don't understand it. I didn't realize the
Hmm.
Rockets had the #1 overall pick in 1983 and 1984.
Oh wow.
And the Rockets definitely tanked for Akeem Olajuwon. That's why they call him Akeem the Dream.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Well, we're going to continue to track what's going on in the NBA, especially with this year's playoffs as we get closer and closer to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals. We're going to be all in it, man. I can't wait till the Eastern and Western Conference Finals and the finals so we can really dive into this. Because right now,
Yeah.
as you said last time we talked, that the Lakers were going to get blown out by OKC. I thought it was going to be close because I thought it was the Lakers to get 1 or 2 games because Luca would be back, but Luca, I guess his hamstring was really bad off. The 76ers
Well,
didn't
he
put up
was
much of a
clear.
fight against the Knicks. Was that?
What the rumor was that the people started having hope that the NBA was going to start like letting the Lakers win some games because Luca got cleared for Game 5
Oh, is that
to
right?
return Game 5. Yeah, yeah, he got cleared to return Game 5, but of course, I mean the Lakers got to win one,
Right, right,
and it just didn't happen. I mean, it could have been some ratings. It could have been some nice ratings, and if you think about it, that would seem like they would change the script of that. You know,
right.
get LeBron one game, you know what I'm saying? Which this one was kind of close, you know what I'm
It
saying? It was
was.
close. They were winning.
It was.
They were winning in the last minute, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right. They were.
Yeah. So they had a chance, but you know, that would have been the optimal script for, see Luca come back and people getting hope again.
Right, right.
Coming back.
Yeah, yeah. No, that would have been. That would have been good. That would have been. I wanted to see what Luca would have done, but you know what? No, I don't, because we saw what Luca could have done when he played with them during the regular season. He ain't did much of anything.
Right, right. I mean, he's putting up points, but he still do the Ole defense.
Right.
You
Oh,
know,
the old late defense. Absolutely.
and it's so long for him losing weight. Getting in better shape so he don't get as much injuries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still injured normal, like he was in Dallas.
Right.
You know,
Right. Playing no defense.
playing no defense. So I mean, he could put up the points, but he ain't the full game guy.
Right. Right. And I don't think he would have made a difference in this. So it
Yeah,
is what it is. So,
yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
Well, let's go and wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.